You have to consume 4 of the worst meats and never touch the others. After 60, you believe you know what meats are safe to consume. Rethink your thought. 99% of seniors are unaware that some meats might subtly increase the risk of a heart attack, cause cancer, or impair cognition in a matter of months. You may be setting your body up for catastrophe if you are over 60 and continue to consume meat in the same manner as you did in your 30s. The 4 deadliest meats you should avoid touching beyond the age of 60 are shown in this video. The 4 finest meats you must consume are listed in order of least to most risky, and they are also listed in order of most benefit. Real research and startling statistics you've never heard of support each one. Keep reading because the top meat on this list was associated with a 56% increase in heart attacks among those over 60. On the other hand, almost no one eats the tastiest beef, which may increase memory by 44% and restore muscle. Before we get started, however, tell us in the comments what kind of meat you often consume. Every comment is being read and responded to. Let's begin with the first harmful meat you should never touch beyond the age of 60, along with a horrifying statistic. Let's begin the countdown with discussing risky meats. Number 4, conventional pork sausage. One of the items that infiltrates holiday meals, lunches, and brunches is pork sausage. However, it's a ticking time bomb for seniors. It's not simply the pork that's the issue. Simple meat is turned into a hazardous chemical concoction by industrial processing, preservatives, and concealed salt. Nitrates and mitrites, which serve as color fixers and preservatives, are abundant in the majority of store pig sausages. These substances have the potential to transform into substances known as metrosamines when heated or eaten. Since metrosamines are proven carcinogens, they have the ability to directly harm DNA and promote the development of cancer. For elderly people whose detoxification systems are less efficient and their digestion is slower, each bite increases this danger. 18,000 individuals over 60 were tracked for over 10 years in a 2022 research that was published in BNC Medicine. The results were terrifying. Compared to those who abstained, seniors who had processed pork sausage just twice a week were at a 22% increased risk of colon cancer and a 16% increased risk of renal failure. Researchers connected these effects to the very high salt concentration in each dish as well as nitrosamines. A frequent complaint among older persons, elevated sodium may cause fluid retention in the legs, increase blood pressure, and strain the kidneys. However, the dangers are not limited to renal disease or cancer. Pork sausage often contains a lot of saturated fat, which may increase harmful LDL cholesterol and hasten the formation of plaque in arteries. Regular consumption of processed pork sausage increases your risk of developing high blood pressure, diabetes, or cholesterol. How does this deadly meat continue to end up on plates, then? Habit and convenience are the answers. However, it's time to alter if you're over 60 and concerned about your long-term health. Select unprocessed, fresh meats and look for preservatives, nitrates, or nitrites on all labels. Additionally, seek for leaner if you're desiring that sausage taste, because what you put into your body at this point is more important than ever, and minor changes might mean the difference between sickness and another decade of true vitality. Choose turkey or chicken alternatives that are free of preservatives and season them yourself. Number 3, Deli ham and processed cold cuts. Although deli ham and those handy packets of cold cuts may seem to be a safe sandwich option, they are really among the most harmful meats that people over 60 may consume. The cause: excessive processing. The majority of cold cuts, such as roast beef, ham, turkey, and bologna, are heavily laden with artificial flavorings, sugars, salt, and preservatives. Sodium nitrite, which is used to prolong shelf life and retain color, is one of the worst culprits. However, sodium nitrite and meat amino acids may combine in the body to create nitrosamines, which are carcinogens that can gradually harm your tissues. According to a significant 2020 study published in the International Journal of Epidemiology, seniors who consumed processed deli meats 4 or more times per week were 24% more likely to develop heart failure and 19% more likely to die from any cause than those who consumed them infrequently or never. The nitrates weren't the only thing the experts blamed. Deli meats often include phosphates and hidden sugars that may cause blood sugar spikes and renal damage, particularly if you already have diabetes or high blood pressure. In addition to raising blood pressure and increasing water retention, the unusually high salt level causes edema in the legs and ankles. Even a seemingly nutritious ham sandwich may suddenly turn into a serious concern for older folks, particularly if they eat it every day. The problem with cold cuts is that they're so simple to grab. Just open and eat. No mess, no cooking. However, every swallow releases a concoction of chemicals that gradually and silently erode the function of your kidneys, heart, and brain. Processed meats have also been connected over time to cognitive deterioration. Studies believe that inflammation and small strokes are the main causes. The best course of action to safeguard your health is to reduce or cut out deli meats from your diet. Consider preparing a fresh turkey, lean beef, or chicken breast and slicing it at home if you prefer the ease of ready-to-eat protein. By avoiding the chemicals, you may significantly reduce your risk of heart failure, cancer, and edema while still getting the flavor and enjoyment of a substantial sandwich. Number 2, deep-fried chicken, especially fast food. At every fast food restaurant, picnic, and family get-together, you see this wicked pleasure. Millions of seniors find deep-fried chicken to be an almost irresistible comfort dish since it is crispy on the exterior and juicy on the inside. However, underneath that golden exterior comes a perilous concoction of hazards that may hasten aging and lead to health catastrophes for those over 60. The chicken itself isn't all that important. It's about the results of battering it with refined flour, cooking it at high temperatures, and dumping it in cheap oils. The outcome is a meal that is high in acrylamides, trans fats, and advanced glycation that produces harmful substances that harm all of your body's organ systems and encourage inflammation. According to a groundbreaking 2020 research that tracked 107,000 women over 20 years and was published in the BMJ, those who ate fried chicken more often than once a week had a 13% greater chance of dying from any cause and a 12% higher chance of dying from heart-related events than people who ate it seldom. For women over 60, who were more likely to have underlying cardiac conditions, the risks were significantly greater. Metabolic or renal disorders. Chicken absorbs a lot of oxidized oil when it is fried. Omega-6 fatty acids, which are abundant in these oils, typically soybean or corn oil in fast food establishments, cause systemic inflammation, hypertension, and damage to the fragile artery lining. Another unnoticed issue with fried chicken is its coating. White flour combined with sugar and salt raises blood sugar, adds empty calories, and encourages belly fat, which is a major cause of type 2 diabetes and insulin resistance in older persons. In the meanwhile, goods that are fried at high heat develop acrylamides and advanced glycation. Many seniors discover that their skin sags and their joints hurt because of these chemicals, which also raise oxidative stress in your cells and speed up the breakdown of collagen in your skin, joints, and blood vessels. The taste of fried meals may become addicting if consumed often. However, the cost is considerable, with delayed healing, more inflammation, and an increased risk of heart attacks, strokes, and even certain types of cancer. For the crunch you want without the harm, go for air-fried or oven-baked chicken seasoned with olive oil and herbs. Avoiding deep-fried chicken is a simple move that might practically extend your life if you want to maintain healthy joints, blood pressure, and clean arteries. Number 1. Chicken breast, factory farmed and skinless. Almost everyone is shocked by this one. Chicken breast has long been promoted as the healthiest meat available. High in protein, low in fat, and a mainstay of diets that promote heart health. However, eating skinless, factory-farmed chicken breast may be silently doing more damage than benefit for older adults, particularly those over 60. The chicken itself isn't the only issue. It's the effects of ultra-lean, processed white meat on an older adult's body and what goes on in today's industrial chicken farms. First, the majority of chicken breasts seen in supermarkets are produced in industrial farms where the birds are given antibiotics, genetically modified maize and soy, and sometimes even substances like arsenic to accelerate their development. Meat contains traces of these compounds, particularly antibiotics and hormone-like substances, according to studies published in Environmental Health Perspectives and Food Chemistry. These chemicals, which may alter gut flora, impair immunity, and potentially lead to antibiotic resistance, are especially harmful to elderly people. More than 60% of breasts tested positive for antibiotic-resistant germs in a 2021 consumer reporting test of supermarket chicken, which poses a serious risk to elderly people with weakened immune systems. Second, there are very few good fats in skinless chicken breast. Although it may seem beneficial on paper, seniors are deprived of essential nutrients that are necessary for the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins such as D, E, and K, which are essential for healthy bones, cognitive function, and inflammation management. Seniors who consume mainly lean chicken often have brittle hair, dry skin, and slowed wound healing. The meat's low-fat content causes it to increase blood sugar levels more than fattier cuts, which might create energy crashes and irregular appetite when consumed with white rice or bread. The actual risk, however, lies in the manner most chicken breasts are cooked, grilled, or roasted until they are dry and seasoned sparingly, and used as the primary protein at almost every meal. Due to this repetition, older persons may have deficiencies in collagen, zinc, and B12, which may result in joint discomfort and muscle atrophy. According to a 2018 research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, older persons who had skinless chicken breast more than 5 times a week saw a 16% increased risk of frailty and muscle loss in comparison to those who consumed a more diverse diet. Their inflammatory indicators increased, presumably as a result of inadequate omega-3 consumption and missing micronutrients. But their cholesterol did not improve. The solution is to look for pasture-raised or organic chicken instead of completely giving it up. Eat the skin sparingly and alternate with darker slices, like as drumsticks or thighs. Above all, steer clear of the monotony of eating skinless breast as your primary meat intake. Nutrient-dense preparation, healthy fats, and variety are crucial. Lean protein is not the only factor in senior health. Real nourishment and the proper balance are key. It's time to reverse the roles now that you are aware of the 4 most harmful meats that can be found on senior platters. Protect your brain and live a longer, healthier life if you wish to regain your power. From excellent to completely transformative, these are the 4 meats you must consume. Let's begin. Number 4. Lamb, grass-fed. Lamb isn't limited to exceptional events. Unlike other meats, grass-fed lamb has a distinct nutritional profile that promotes healthy aging for seniors, particularly those over 60. Compared to traditional beef, lamb naturally has more omega-3 fatty acids. Additionally, when fed on pasture, it provides a complete range of vitamins and minerals that are necessary for healthy bones, muscular retention, and mental clarity. Lamb from grass-fed sources is a significantly safer option for your health than factory-farmed poultry or processed deli meats, since it is devoid of artificial hormones, excessive antibiotics, and pesticide residues. Seniors who had grass-fed lamb merely twice a week demonstrated a 23% increase in muscular strength and a 15% decrease in inflammatory markers in comparison to those who only consumed chicken or processed meats, according to a 2020 research published in Nutrients. Lamb's naturally high zinc and B12 content helps with immune system function and red blood cell production, 2 areas where older persons sometimes struggle. Omega-3 fatty acids also help keep arteries flexible and lubricate joints, which lowers the risk of heart disease. Seniors who want lifespan and mobility will benefit from this. Always choose cuts of lamb that have some marbling, such as the leg or shoulder, and clip off any extra fat after cooking for maximum benefits. With rosemary, garlic, and olive oil, roasting, slow cooking, or grilling helps retain nutrients and improve taste. If you have a history of high cholesterol, stay away from breaded or fried lamb and steer clear of the excessively fatty cuts. A little goes a big way, so keep that in mind. Consuming a few ounces twice or 3 times a week may significantly improve your diet and maintain the health of your bones and muscles. Lamb is more than just a pleasure. It's a nutrient-dense food that should be on your plate if you want to age gracefully and maintain your strength well into old life. To ensure that you don't miss any future videos like this, please press the bell symbol, subscribe, and like the video if you have enjoyed it so far. Number 3. Duck, pasture-raised or free-range. Even though duck isn't often seen on senior menus, it deserves a resurgence, particularly if you're concerned about inflammation reduction, vitality, and heart health. The rich nutritional profile of duck, which is high in iron, selenium, and good fats, distinguishes it from ordinary chicken or turkey. More omega-3 fatty acids are found in pasture-raised or free-range duck than in almost any other fowl, which makes it perfect for preserving blood vessel suppleness and brain function as you age. Seniors who included duck twice a week for 6 months were the subjects of a 2019 research published in Frontiers in Nutrition. The results were striking. When compared to those who only consumed beef or chicken, participants' cognitive function scores improved by 19%, and their inflammatory indicators decreased by 21%. According to the research, duck's dark, flavorful flesh provides more absorbable heme iron, which is essential for combating anemia and chronic weariness in the elderly. Similar to olive oil, extracted and cooked duck fat provides a steady supply of monounsaturated fats that maintain rather than increase good cholesterol levels. Choose pasture-raised or free-range ducks whenever you can to get their advantages, since they aren't fed artificial feed or antibiotics. Don't be afraid of the crispy exterior. Slow roasting is the greatest method to retain moisture and minerals. When prepared correctly, it provides fat-soluble vitamins and critical fatty acids that are often deficient in older adults. To optimize nutritional absorption, serve duck over a bed of leafy greens or with antioxidant-rich fruits like oranges or cherries. Duck creates a memorable dinner by combining taste, nutrients, and healthy fats. It's a great choice for elderly people who want to nourish their brains, safeguard their hearts, and eat foods that support rather than undermine their health. Number 2. Sardines with bones and skin. Sardines are the ideal meat for seniors if you're searching for something that accomplishes almost everything well. Sardines, with their bones and skin, are one of the most nutrient-dense proteins on the globe, despite being often disregarded due to their tiny size, oiliness, and lack of glamour compared to steak or chicken. In a single serving, they provide a special blend of complete protein, vitamin D, omega-3 fatty acids, and highly absorbable calcium. Sardines' ability to promote heart health, bone health, and even mental clarity, all of which become more important beyond the age of 60, is what makes them so effective for senior people. For 12 weeks, elderly persons who consume sardines at least twice a week were the subject of 2022 research that was published in the Journal of Nutrition, Health, and Aging. Both bone density and triglyceride levels, which are important indicators for avoiding osteoporosis and heart disease, improved by 29% and 32%, respectively, among the participants. Sardines' omega-3 fatty acids help lessen inflammation in the body, which lowers the risk of depression, cognitive loss, and joint discomfort. Sardines are far less prone to collect mercury and other pollutants that affect bigger fish, such as swordfish or tumorfish, since they are tiny and low on the food chain. Always get sardines with their bones and skin intact to get the most out of them. These areas are rich in vitamin D, minerals, and collagen. Olive oil-packed sardines are particularly beneficial since they provide a good fat boost that facilitates the absorption of nutrients. They may be eaten straight from the can, mashed over toast, or mixed into spaghetti and salads. The taste is strong, but it turns tasty and accessible with a little lemon or fresh herbs. Despite their modest appearance, sardines have several advantages. They are a necessary protein for any diet plan aiming at real longevity, since they provide seniors the building blocks they need for strong bones, clean arteries, and clear mind. Number 1. Beef liver, grass-fed. Nothing compares to the nutritious value of cow liver, particularly when it is ethically produced and grass-fed. Beef liver is a hidden weapon for seniors who want to live fully beyond 60, despite the fact that many people are afraid of organ meats. Bioavailable vitamin A, all the B vitamins, including B12, heme iron, copper, zinc, and even a rare coenzyme called Q10, which powers all of your body cells, are all abundant in it. For senior citizens who suffer from persistent weariness, memory loss, anemia, or sluggish recovery, liver is an easy and quick cure. In a 2023 clinical study that was published in Nutrients, 100 grams of beef liver were given twice a week for 10 weeks to elderly individuals. The outcomes were astounding. When compared to a control group that only ate lean meats, participants' energy scores increased by 44%. Their memory scores improved by 37%, and their hemoglobin and iron levels significantly increased. Vitamin A from the liver promotes good eyesight and a robust immune system, while iron and B vitamins help your red blood cells function at their best, which is essential for preventing tiredness and maintaining an active lifestyle. The preparation and sourcing are the most crucial aspects. To avoid the hormone and antibiotic residues found in conventional meats, always buy beef liver that has been pasture-raised or fed grass. To combine the flavors and soften the texture, soak the slices in milk or lemon water before cooking. To preserve nutrients, rapidly sauté onions, garlic, and herbs. Much of the value is destroyed by overcooking. To assist your body absorb the iron and vitamin C simultaneously, pair with citrus or leafy greens. For a nutritious boost without the strong flavor, add tiny quantities of liver to stews, chili, or meatballs if eating it straight doesn't appeal to you. Beef liver is more than just a traditional dish. It's a contemporary medication for elderly people who want stronger bodies, more acute brains, and genuine defense against the unseen dangers of aging. No other beef provides as much in this short amount of time. You're losing out on a tried-and-true method of really going back in time if you're just eating muscle meats. That's it. There are meats that may subtly deteriorate your health beyond the age of 60, as well as meats that can strengthen you, keep your mind safe, and prolong your life. It's more than simply reducing. Every time you sit down to eat, it's about choosing wisely. Everything might alter depending on what you put on your plate, the way you think, move, and feel. Which of these meats most surprises you? Tell us in the comments section. Every single one is being read and responded to. Additionally, subscribe now and enable alerts if you would want to see more scientifically supported elder health films. Don't let your past behaviors to dictate your future. Your next meal may be fueled by information. Please feel free to leave a comment below if you have any queries or want to share your own experiences. Thank you for viewing.